So, as the title shows, I have never been a big fan of the centre from Ark Survival Evolved. I know that it was a big favourite for a lot of people, either due to it being the first custom map or just because it was very nostalgic and new, but I never liked it. It was the one map I always avoided, and therefore I've been very excited to see an ASA, but a little bit, cautious as well. So I just wanted to have a little poke around an ASA to check out the new one. Don't expect a review because I don't know where like the PvP base spots are or, the best building locations in general. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. But I certainly can appreciate just a general vibe that a map can give and how playable it actually feels. Since some maps can feel very clunky or very cluttered and weird, others can be boring and then others can be really, really exciting. And I'm very curious to see where the centre stands. So my three main reasons for not liking the ASE Centre was the weather, the lighting, and the border. And I found that the lighting's a lot better. In fact, during the night time, it is so much better. You can actually see what you're doing now, which I really, really enjoy. The weather, at first, I didn't mind it. I think it's got the same sound files from Survival Evolved, where it's got that really harsh, scratchy, thunderous sounds whenever the lightning strikes. And I don't mind it on the occasion. And it thankfully doesn't have that horrible strobe effect of lightning flashes anymore. I know obviously lightning flashes are flashes, but in the centre it had this like really horrible strobe and it was very painful and I didn't like it. It gave me headaches. Not to mention the sharp sounds as well. So I didn't really see any flashing in the ASA version, but the storms last a very long time and they're far too frequent. As opposed to in Scorched Earth, where, it was just interesting effects that didn't really hurt your senses. In the centre, it's just too much of this really harsh thunder sound during, these really long and frequent storms. That is the one thing that I'm very disappointed about, and if any modders are listening, I would love a method for something to tweak it to, remove the storms entirely, but I couldn't find a cheat command for it, and that does put me off. And otherwise, my third major flaw with the centre was the boundaries. Now, the boundaries, like the overall border of the map, you know how on the island, you're on a tiny island surrounded by ocean. In Scorched Earth, you're on a tiny oasis surrounded by dunes. In the centre, it has these really cool, ambient islands and such in the distance, and they look amazing, especially during night. They look phenomenal. But what I didn't like was the fact that you have these massive, really cool cliff faces, and you want to follow it. You want to follow it all the way out, and you slam into a boundary wall. At least on the island in Scorched Earth, they don't have a defined boundary line where you can no longer cross the map. You do just hit that wall. But you know that you're getting further and further out, and it's like, oh, okay, well, duh. But on the centre, I found that when I followed the cliff faces, I had no idea where the boundary wall was going to be, if there even was one. I didn't know if the map was just so large. I was flying to the really cool ambient islands and about to find more land to play on. Oh, no, boundary wall. That is one thing I really don't like, and I'm a little bit sad to see it's a thing here. But, that being said though, it does make me think that this map would be amazing to play without flyers, because I will say that playing in GCM flying and checking out from GCM admin mode flying sucked. I think it really took away a lot from this map, and, ironic considering that's what we're looking at is GCM flying, and I think it was the bad one, but I do think that it really ruins a sense of scale. It also means that there's so much fog everywhere, because I don't play on Epic, unfortunately. So there's a lot of fog everywhere, and it kind of ruins it a little bit by rapidly flying around into more fog, into these really massive locations, but you can't tell they're massive because I'm zipping about so quickly. I do think that playing this in a nice slow-paced manner, just with regular ground creatures and maybe flyers, we'll see, how it actually happens in practice, I think would just look amazing. Despite being put off by the weather, I think just running around on foot and actually playing the game organically is going to be an incredible experience, and I have to say that as someone who I really did not like the centre in ASE, I am a lot more excited for the centre in ASA. I just wish I had more time to play at the moment, because it does actually look really beautiful. And I'm happy to say that one major important thing is, it's the centre. It's the ocean map. The oceans feel good. They do feel good. They do feel a little bit barren in a couple of places, I would admit, but the overall render distance seems a lot better with scuba on. There's lots and lots of plant life. I feel like there could be which is a bit more coral and rock in general. But then again though, I feel like there's a lot of sparse open areas in the ocean, because we had the Shasta now. They had to take into account this massive giant creature, so I guess it kind of makes sense. And I will check that out more in a future video when I actually look at the Shasta. But otherwise, the oceans, they just feel better. I mean, it couldn't really go much worse than the ASE versions. And I did find this one location that was terrifyingly deep, really gave me thalassophobia vibes, and you will see that in this video and a little bit later on. So that was really cool, and I really look forward to checking that out, like, properly with the Shasta. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's just fun. This is quite refreshing, actually, more than I expected. I never really did appreciate the actual grand size of the center. I think I got a little bit spoiled by other maps like Ragnarok and Lost Island and, you know, all the others. No, the center is actually huge, or at least it gives a very huge vibe just because of the way the terrain's built. I know I was just saying that I don't like the lack of boundaries, or the lack of clearly defined boundaries. I know I said I didn't like that, but I have to admit though, there are locations where it hits, and it hits hard. So that's my general thoughts so far, and I wanted to chuck it all at the beginning of the video because actually checking things out was taking a bit of a while, and I wanted to like summarize it nice and quickly. So now for the rest of it, you can enjoy my first impressions of actually seeing some certain key locations for the first time. Definitely not everything, because I still need to play the map actually. As someone who never played it in original, I don't necessarily know what I'm missing out of in the new one, so that's all a lot for me to discover over time. But if you're interested in the thoughts of someone who really didn't like this one, really avoided it in the past, here are some of my first impressions now. That all of this here looks gorgeous, it looks badass, it looks so grandiose and powerful. And, oh, that's, see, that's my point. Hold on a second. So, there's another boundary right here, but you have that really cool looking structure and I can't see it? That is disappointing. Ah, fine. I guess maybe you're not supposed to see it. So if I come all the way down here, that is really cool. So I guess I do, you know, I want to go check it out. It's disappointing I can't. But, ooh, I have to admit though, actually being down on foot feels amazing. I could actually see this being an amazing no flyers map. Now I know a lot of people have got mixed thoughts on no flyers. I quite like a good old no flyer challenge every now and then. I think it's the best way to explore a new map is with no flyers. You just get to see every single nook and cranny, every little bit that you wouldn't normally check out. And oh wow, yeah, so actually from the ground below, this all looks amazing. And now that giant opposing wall, oh my goodness, actually has effect. There's a little there's a little cave here. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that is huge. Oh, it's big, like big old trench and everything, like different layers. Oh yeah, see, things like this are so cool for like as a non-flying challenge or playthrough or whatever. That'd be really cool. But like as an actual, you know, if you had flyers, you try to go up there and you can't, you bash your head in. That's so disappointing. That aggravates me. These drop-offs are really cool. Now I will not deny that. These are awesome. They're gargantuan. They're badass. I really like how in the distance. Oh, it's so much better during the night. Oh. Okay, this looks a little bit crap during the day, but during the night, it is ominous. Wow, that's beautiful. I don't know how to review maps. I'm not a PvPer, so I couldn't tell you the best spots. I'm not really much of a builder either. I just like exploring. I like exploring. That's my big thing. I really like exploring. I like discovering. I like ruins, and that's why I was so disappointed that the big monkey one at the top there couldn't be accessed. But I love little features like this. See, this is cool. See, this is why I would have run around without a flyer. I say as I'm currently in creative mode, flying around rapidly. So I think it's safe to say, wow, that this entire area here, the redwoods basically, the redwoods does look absolutely incredible. It is massive, it is foreboding. Oh, this entire scene right here is really cool. I love all the different layers. I love all the little subtle platforms everywhere. Like one right there, like ledges, excuse me, like all those little ledges. Tiptoeing their way up towards, you know, the top of the pillars. That big archway over there looks really cool. I love this kind of stuff so much. They definitely did do a very good job. Like everything just looks gorgeous. I'm also very happy to see how much land, how much sparse open land is available. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, you know, it needs to be naked, because you know, too much empty land can look very, very strange. Is that megalodons? Oh, there's a bunch of megalodons and ziffs. Okay, that's a little bit, that looks a bit strange. But anyway, it reminds me of Lost Island. I don't like in Lost Island where everything is massively dense jungle. Now, don't get me wrong. I think they did a very good job of it. I think it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful and it feels like a Lost Island, and it's really, really cool. But when you're actually playing the game, it is a bit of a nightmare to really navigate. I feel the majority of the map is covered in trees. I do like how this has a lot of little sparse pockets here and there. You can actually see things in between. But this entire feature here is really, really cool. It's like the Stonehenge on the island, but really dialed up. Now, imagine this area here with like cliff platforms and zip lines and such. Oh, you know what they really should add is like some kind of bridge. Not the tech bridge. Imagine the aberration rope ladder, but in bridge form. With the same kind of mechanics or like the same implementation as a zip line. That'd be really cool to have all around here, giant like tree platforms or cliff platforms. That'd be a really cool place to build around. It'd be so cool. I love like all these little ledges like this here as well. Ah, feels so good. Yes, the lava area. I think this is the lava area. That's looking like a lava area. Ooh, so this is just new for me. I don't know how this compares. Ooh, I really don't know how this compares to ASE. Oh my god, that is cool. Ooh, bit laggy. Oh, great. Very laggy, I see. Okay, so where was I just at before I got rudely crashed and died? I think it was here, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, so this is entirely new for me. I have not been here in ASE. I have no comparison. I know this is where I died because I locked in hearing a Rex killing me. Oof. Okay, you're a bit loud. Oh, look at all of... Wow, okay, this is really cool. Oh, was this a thing in... I suppose I really should have, like, actually at least looked at a map again for the first time in years before coming here. But I do really love just, like, this. It feels like a dangerous area. It actually feels dangerous. That's an obligatory skull, always needed. Rich resources also required. You know, if you're going to come into this dangerous area, it certainly should be rich. Oh, how cool is this? The lighting, it's beautiful. Oh, God, I wish I could play this game on Epic. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. For a second then, I thought those were like some like magma sword, not literally magma sword. I know what a magma sword eggs look like or nests, but I was thinking, you know, did a pyromanes lay eggs? No, obviously not. Oh, what the hell? Okay, this is really cool. This isn't even the big center island world thingamabob words. No, it's not, is it? A sort of skull, a bit of water, I guess? Wow. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Correct me, inform me, was this a thing in ASE? So how would you actually go down, like, effectively? I can't even, well, I mean, it's very, very dark here. I guess there are actually a couple of pathways and such. Is this like another, oh, this is another entire area. Oh my god, this is amazing. Little lantern there as well. Oh, these massive, yeah, I think I remember bits, like seeing bits of this in footage. Yeah, this is definitely in the original game. Oh, yep, and there's the artifact, of course. Ah, oh, this is amazing. It's like a bloody Minecraft cave. It's actually like a giant, you know, subterranean Minecraft trench, with like all these different layers and levels and intersecting multiple trenches. This is really, really cool. I love, oh my god, I love this. It's a shame it's technically a cave, so it's obviously going to be like snakes and spiders and everything, but this would be so, so cool to build in. Hey guys, look, I'm an aberration! Woo! And of course, here is the center itself, the main selling point of the entire map. This I've actually not been into in the original version in many, many years, so I'm obviously going to forget a lot. Is this all swamp all around it? That is a scary amount of swamp. But yeah, you know what? I can see why people love this one. It is iconic. It is very, very iconic looking. Wow, this is all the inside of it. My goodness, it is deceptive. The overall scaling is very, very deceptive. Feels like there shouldn't be this much space inside it, and yet here we are. Oh, wow. It's just a shame that everything's really, really foggy. Again, kind of wish I'd have, you know, I could play an epic. That's a little bit strange. Not loving that. Oh god, yeah, not loving that too much, but oh, I really love this. Oh, this is cool. This is really, really cool. I do love the massive trek all the way up and down, rotating the entire thing. Oh, hello. Those are giant dead leads. That's kind of neat. Ooh, I like the Arctic. Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting anyway. Oh no, don't let the puppies run down. Goodness me. Anyway, I do really like how the Arctic feels. This is interesting. I feel like the Arctic in a lot of maps is very neglected. And this feels very interesting. I like how it's, again, still spacious. It's nice and spacious, and you can quite clearly see where you are going. You're not like squashed into a tiny, randomly frozen biome. You can really like plan out your course and see where you're going. But this is awesome. Wow, and that there is quite the view. Oh my god, that is definitely the view. I think I do have a graphical bug right now, but that is quite the view. Oh, this entire region here is also really, really cool looking actually. This is awesome. Again, just minus the Ute just dangling on the cliff there. This is again just a really nice, big, interesting mass. Oh, and I love the colour of the terrain. That is a very weird thing I did not think I'd say out loud, but I do actually love the way the terrain looks here. Feels like the grass hasn't quite rendered in yet. Oh yeah, no, there it is. Oh, this is cool. Oh, okay, another cave, but there's all of the... Oh, this is a bit strange. Okay, this is actually giving me Subnautica vibes. I don't like the flashing, but wow, this gives me some proper Subnautica vibes, and I am all for it. Is this just crystals? Is that all this is? Ooh. Okay, if I was curious, there it is. That's a really, really nice touch. Just gotta fix the flashing. That's my only thought. Oh, this is so cool. The anglerfish as well. Oh, dude. Oh, and a big glowing crevasse here. Kind of reminds me of one of the tribute caves in the island. This is really, really cool. Oh, and it goes so deep down. Oh, this is uncomfortably... Oh, I'm getting proper, like, Thassalophobia vibes here. Oh, this is incredibly... Yep, you know what? This is... I don't like the lighting. What is wrong with the lighting? But this is definitely where you're going to want to have a Shasta. Oh my god, this is really, really far down. Oh, there you go. Much better lighting here. Wow. So again, I guess it does show on the map actually. It's meant to be a abyssally deep area. It's making me very uncomfortable though, so I'm going to leave. Oh, strangely enough actually, the lighting down here is arguably better without scuba on. I mean, obviously you can't see as far, but it does actually feel kind of better.